This is New Mayapur, a pretty little Indian spiritual village in the heart of rural France. Here people take care of cows, engage in organic farming, study ancient Indian Vedic scriptures, follow a plant-based diet, live in harmony with nature, and worship Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Here people from all walks of life and all over the world live together and serve one another as one big spiritual loving family. Their days start early in the morning, singing and dancing in the temple, and they have huge celebrations and grand, amazing, sumptuous feasts. This is Europe's first temple for Balarama, Lord Krishna's elder brother.
Hello, here I am in one of the ISKCON oldest communities here in France, here in Europe. And traditionally we have ISKCON communities all over the world. And this is a community where you can come to volunteer for any type of service, whether you're an environmentalist, you're an ecologist, whomever you are, you have an opportunity to be able to explore ways on how to create a sustainable change in society, to create a positive impact on members of this community and a global impact on society in general. Therefore, our honest request is that as young people, you are bound to explore. Come over to ISKCON's farm communities, come over to ISKCON big communities, even in the cities, and explore what you can give in to society, because we only receive what we give. Whatever we give actually comes back to us. This is basically, we call it requital epistemology in philosophy. We put in energies in the world, we are actually not helping anyone, we are helping ourselves. This is an environment where you can practice to become a sustainable builder of society and be able to replenish yourself with those high energies that you have been thinking of, always creating for yourself and for your family.
Hare Krishna, je m'appelle Bogdan. Aujourd'hui, la Nouvelle Mayapur, c'est un endroit où je viens une fois par mois à peu près. J'amène toute ma famille parce que pour moi, la Nouvelle Mayapur, c'est surtout l'association de dévots qui me manque tellement à Orléans. Aussi, il y a les muftis qui ont été installés directement par Srila Prabhupada. Et surtout, il y a la chambre de Prabhupada qui aujourd'hui c'est un musée. Mais il y a des objets d'époque que Srila Prabhupada les utilisait personnellement. Et pour moi, quand je me retrouve dans cette pièce, je ressens la présence de Srila Prabhupada. Mais pour moi, c'est un endroit qui est très important dans ma vie aujourd'hui. À visiter et de voir avec vos propres yeux à quoi cet endroit ressemble aujourd'hui.
Hare Krishna. My name is Rasananda Sankirtandas, and I'm a brahmachari here in Mayapur, France. And in this beautiful temple of Radha Govinda Madhava and Krishna Balaram and Gaura Nitai, we are honoring, the teachings that have been given by Srila Prabhupada. So here I'm reading Srimad Bhagavatam, 11th canto. And as Prabhupada has instructed us, we should constantly be engaged in Krishna Katha and Kirtan, and reading and hearing about the Supreme Lord, because those are the most important activities we can do. The reason why is because we are part and parcel of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, and therefore hearing topics about the Lord, create attachment, love beyond measure. So when we understand this, our life becomes perfect. So I'd like to invite everyone to not only hear about the topics of the Lord, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, but also to work together, to connect to our spiritual identity by chanting this Maha Mantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. We are connecting with the Supreme and therefore liberating our minds, our concept of life, which is material, and we are entering into the spiritual kingdom. And therefore, by chanting this simple mantra, by reading these transcendental books, we can attain this perfection of life. So, if you read 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, the very last chapters, they speak about, who is the Supreme. And therefore, these great sages, sons of Brahma, they are kind of debating, trying to understand who is the Supreme between the three Murtis. The three Murtis are Brahma, Vishnu and Shiva. Therefore, they decide to send Bhrigu Muni to seek out, and to test, these great personalities to understand who is the Supreme. So when he goes to Brahma, his own father, he doesn't pay any obeisances, he doesn't pay him any respects. Immediately, Brahma starts to become angry from within. But he checks his anger, by his intelligence. There's an important lesson there. But then Bhrigu understood that even my father is not supreme because, he couldn't tolerate the fact that I don't pay him obeisances. And now we understand that also Shiva is not supreme because he's subjected to anger. But when he went to see Vishnu, who was actually lying on the laps of Lakshmi, he just came to him and immediately he kicked him in the chest. So he kicked Vishnu in the chest. And how did the Lord respond? He gave him a seat, offered respects and obeisances to him, and started glorifying his Brahminical qualities, And therefore we can understand by that immediately Bhrigu Muni, developed love of God. He was choked up by so much emotion he couldn't speak. And when he went back to the sages, he concluded and told them that the Supreme is Vishnu. So this teaches us that we should practice tolerance because God himself is so tolerant. That we should practice humility because God himself is so humble. That we should practice compassion because God himself is so merciful, so compassionate. So therefore, by following great personalities, as he says in the Bhagavad Gita, therefore he shows us the example. And because he's the greatest, we should follow in his footsteps and in the footsteps of Srila Prabhupada and the Acharyas of our Prabhupada. Hare Krishna.
J'ai envie de faire une table, mais cette table, je vais l'offrir pour qu'un prêtre puisse poser ses ustensiles pour que Krishna puisse être honoré et Dieu alors honoré. Alors, cette pensée devient spirituelle. Pourtant, je fais exactement la même action. C'est dans une capsule comme ça, un peu limitée.
You can join New Mayapur as a volunteer or book a room in the guest house for enjoying a peaceful spiritual holiday at the French countryside. Log on to their Instagram page La Nouvelle Mayapur or Facebook page or website to know more.